Hey, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can subscribe. There's a menu of options, so click the join button, and you can see, the different shows that you can subscribe to and choose whatever you care to choose. But we appreciate any kind of patronage you can give us, so Shane can keep eating macaroni and cheese out of the box. He's learning how to sprinkle the cheese powder on his tongue before he chews on the hard macaroni. So he needs to buy another case of that. If you are watching as a Patreon patron, thank you. And the easiest thing to do if you don't have any money is link your Twitch Prime account, your Amazon Prime account. So 3 ways to get us money. Patreon costs money. Joining and subscribing via YouTube costs money, but we appreciate it. Twitch Prime doesn't. Our question today from SIFTD, from Justin. Which has the better strategy? Xbox Series S or PlayStation 5 all digital? Wow, what a loaded question. Look, the Xbox Series S has a dumbed down version, a small SSD, smaller SSD. So the console creates the perception to consumers that it won't play games the same way. And we aren't really sure how many teraflops you need to play a game, but it's pretty much not going to run games as fast in 4K as the Xbox Series X. And it's got a digital drive instead of a disk drive, so you can't buy physical. So we get that. That part we get. But why are we paying $200 less for it? Will it play next-gen games? Yes. Will they look good on my 1080p TV? Yes. But Microsoft hasn't convinced us of that yet. So that's why people are skeptical. And so far the strategy is poor because people don't know. What about the hard drive? I did another episode on it. I don't know. How big is the operating system? Is it taking up half of it, or do they have a dumbed down operating system? I don't know. So I think that the strategy is poor because it confuses the hell out of consumers. The PlayStation 5 all digital is the same exact box minus an optical drive. So at least you know what you're saving. You're getting rid of a disk drive, an optical disk drive, and you're saving $100, and you understand that. And so the only flaw in that strategy is if somebody buys it and then buys physical games and then wonders where you put them in because they can't find the slot. That could confuse people. And that's just going to require that the packaging be very clear. Digital downloads only. I know they're calling it digital edition. The clerks at the store have to say, that you can't buy a physical game, and I hope clerks in the stores, when people buy physical, say, do you have a PS5 digital edition? Because if they do, then they're going to return the disc. So I think there's potential for confusion there. And I say this because prior versions of the digital only edition, Microsoft did it with the Series S, Xbox One S. That happened so late in the cycle that the people buying it, knew, but they still had a big old sticker on the outside of the box. Does not have a disk drive. Do not buy physical media, or they won't work. I personally think they're both dumb. I think you should either have a disk drive or not, and they both decide to have disk drives. So launching a cheaper version without one, I think, is a cop-out, stupid, creates the potential for consumer confusion, and is unnecessary, and especially in the case of Sony. I mean, what the hell are they gaining by it? The fact is, if you believe the bill of materials on the PlayStation 5 at $450 to build it, making the digital edition at most saves them $20, at most. So instead of $450, it costs them $430. Instead of making $50, they're losing $30. Dumb, just dumb. What are they trying to accomplish? I don't get it. I personally think that disc-less edition, that digital edition, just disappears. I think they stopped making it after a year because nobody's buying it. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe more people will buy it. We'll find out. And again, I don't know. Half of gamers care, and they like discs, and they want to trade them in, or they want to give them away. And what happens if you're a digital edition and grandma wants to buy you a game? Do you think grandma's going to call you up and say, I was going to surprise you with a game this Christmas, but I need to know, do you have the all digital edition or do you have the optical drive? Really dumb. So the answer is they both suck. They both have a bad strategy. They're both doing something that really has no business reason to do it. And they both think they're clever because they're going to cut out GameStop. If you guys are watching on Patreon, thank you. If you are subscribing via YouTube, thank you. If you have linked your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account, thank you. And if you follow me on Twitter, thank you. We'll see you next time.